Sessions' panties are wet. His butt has tightened. Your ass is in trouble, boy.
NBC News has now learned that low-level Georgia's plan for Donald Trump to meet with Vladimir Putin was nixed by then-Senator Jeff Sessions, although a source close to Sessions says the Attorney General does not recall nixing Papadopoulos' proposal. Papadopoulos, you'll recall, has been cooperating with Bob Mueller's investigators since at least July, according to documents unsealed this week, and possibly even wearing a wire. NBC News is reporting that, quote, Attorney General Jeff Sessions rejected a proposal by a junior campaign aide who offered to use his Russian contacts to try to set up a meeting between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. The problem for Sessions, on June 13th of this year, he was adamant that he had no knowledge of any conversations by anyone connected to the Trump campaign and Russians. This was his testimony when asked about contacts with Russians on behalf of the Trump campaign.
I have never met with or had any conversation with any Russians or any foreign officials concerning any type of interference with any campaign or election in the United States. Further, I have no knowledge of any such conversations by anyone connected to the Trump campaign. I was your colleague in this body for 20 years, at least some of you, and and the suggestion that I participated in any collusion, that I was aware of any collusion with the Russian government to hurt this country, which I have served with honor for 35 years.
No, you haven't.
Or to undermine the integrity of our democracy.
I'm suggesting it
is an appalling and
your ass going to prison.
Let's get right to Ken Delaney, who broke the story for NBC. Ken, what do we know at this hour?
Well, Nicole, the Papadopoulos plea continues to ripple through the Trump administration.
Papadopoulos, Sessions' ass.
Jeff Sessions is telling us that he did nix this Papadopoulos idea of having a meeting between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin at a March 31st meeting of the Trump National Security Team. And we see a picture there on the screen of Sessions in the meeting. Papadopoulos is on his left. But the source is saying that he has no specific recollection of doing so because Papadopoulos was such a low-level guy, he didn't leave a big impression. But this is obviously, causing great waves, particularly among Senate Democrats, because you'll recall that, initially Jeff Sessions said he never met with any Russians in answer to a question from Al Franken. And then Sessions had to amend that testimony and acknowledge that he met twice with the Russian ambassador.
Because he's a fucking liar.
Sessions a stinging letter accusing him of misrepresenting his contacts with Russians and asking him to come back to Congress and clarify what exactly he remembers about this meeting, what exactly he knew about Papadopoulos' interactions with Russians.
Now, I'm not a lawyer, but is someone's rank on a campaign a legal defense for not remembering telling them to do something when it comes to Russia?
I wouldn't think so. It's really mystifying because, this is a pretty dramatic thing, presumably. You're proposing a meeting between the candidate and a head of an adversary nation. And the story is that Jeff Sessions just nixed it and said, we're going to move on. But to me, Nicole, the real question is who within the Trump campaign knew that George Papadopoulos had been offered dirt on Hillary Clinton and thousands of emails. Did Sam Clovis, the campaign supervisor, know, who is not going forward with his nomination as agriculture chief scientist, we learned today? Did Jeff Sessions, who is the head of this National Security Committee, know? That's what presumably members of Congress are going to ask him.
Well, now, the question is, does Mueller, the most powerfulest handgun attorney, Marine in America, does he have your number? Do you feel lucky, Sessions? Do you feel lucky, Trump? Oh, the shit is going down. And you know what? Trump, your ass is going downtown to the county, and I will see you in Kansas soon. Fort Leavenworth Federal Penitentiary. Oh, yeah, it's happening, baby.
With us for